Good morning and God bless. Let's go to John 6:60. Therefore, when many of his disciples heard this, they said, "This teaching is hard. Who can accept it?" John chapter 6 is fairly long. Please go read it yourself for context. But essentially what happened was Jesus just performed a bunch of miracles. He fed thousands of people with 5 barley loaves and 2 fish. They saw the boat leave, and he was not on it. And then he was on it when it came back to shore. And he basically called everyone out and was like, the reason you're here right now is because I fed you. And he starts telling them that he's the bread of life, and if they eat and drink of him, then they will never be hungry or thirsty anymore. And he's like, you have to eat my flesh and drink my blood. And they're like, whoa, guy, that's a hard teaching. We can't do that. And a bunch of people desert him and leave. But it's super easy to look at all the stuff that people do in the Bible and be like, that's so foolish. Why would you do that? But I'm going to tell you right now that we're no different. We just have pride that prevents us from seeing it. Have you ever read something in the Bible that totally contradicts what you know to be true about the world? And you're like, that's a hard teaching. We're just going to I'm not, what? Because if I'm honest, I myself have read stuff and been like, I don't think I like that. Like, what's going on? And if I can be super honest, I think a lot of the problems that we're having with the church right now, not like your church, but like the body of Christ right now, is there's a lot of that happening where there's super hard teachings in the Bible, and we're like, nah, chief, I'm not doing that. You have to overcome those hurdles, right? It's difficult. I read that a few days ago, and I've just been stuck on it because it's so true. Like, there's so many times where it's like, this is such a hard teaching that, like, who can do this? The thing is, though, the Bible is the truth, so we got to work through it and figure out, like, what's going on in our minds and our heart and our soul, and, like, what do we have going on that's preventing us from seeing that truth? A lot of times it's the environment we grew up in, and, like, society at large molds us a lot before we're ever called to be servants of Christ. So that has a lot to do with it. I love you all. Peace.